What's going down, everybody? It's your boy, Colorado.marley, tuning back in for another one of them bangers. And this time, I don't know why I said it like that, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's jump into this, man. We got Dax featuring Darius Rucker with To Be a Man remix. Yeah, let's just check it out, bro. I don't really have a whole lot to say until we hear the song. So yeah, let's go.
I can't hide myself. I don't expect you to understand. I just hope.
You know, look, I mean, I always forget how like good of a singer Dax really is, bro. Like, it always catches me off guard sometimes when I hear him sing, in any fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is definitely obviously like very country based and inspired, but yeah, like it blows my mind how talented this dude really is, bro. Like, not only is he, you know, a very lyrically inclined individual who has immaculate flow, you know what I'm saying? There are some times where he may get a little bit, you know, lyrically, you know, like how Eminem has said on you know what I'm saying? But that's very few, far in between. Like, there's not a lot of examples of him doing that. So I would definitely say that that's just, you know, it was just me poking fun at the joke. But yeah, Dax is dope, bro, and he's very talented. But again, it just catches me off guard when I catch him singing too, because it just is like, dang, man, what can he not do? What can he do?
And explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and they don't care about what you know. It's not about how you feel, but what you provide inside that home.
Facts. And that's something as a parent, I have to constantly, you know, remind myself of, is that I'm always an example, right, to my kids at all times, in every situation. Sometimes that's hard to remember because I'm a human too. I have emotions as well. And sometimes I may be more reactive than I need to be in situations, you know what I'm saying? But then I have to then remind myself to then, one, keep myself in check, and two, if need be, explain to my kids how, why, and what, you know what I'm saying? Basically what I would do better, why it happened, you know, how it made me feel, blah, blah, you know, the whole nine. Anyways, but yeah, man, kids they just need a little love. They just want to be in your presence. You know what I'm saying? They don't always need presents, because you can't buy, you know what I'm saying, like those memories and those moments of just watching your kids grow up and discover, you know, the new things that they can do now, or, you know, just crazy things about the world, you know what I'm saying, that they maybe not have realized up until that point. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, it's great being a parent, but you have to remember, the home is where it all starts, you dig?
Being a man is what you make it. You can't always live up to expectations.
Facts.
You try to please everybody.
That is, bro, I could tell we're going to be pausing a lot. That's a very powerful statement. You know what I'm saying? Again, and I think a lot of that's just because it hits home, because I'm in a point in my life where I've had to start to realize that, one, you know, I can only control what I can control, and that's the stuff I need to be focused on. And then on top of that, understanding that it's okay to set these really crazy, outrageous goals and, you know, maybe fall short of them. But as long as I put everything into it and everything else, as long, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to sit there and be like, I'm going to own the galaxy. But there's, you know, you never know. You may end up owning a planet. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, you have to think really big, but you have to also be prepared to fail and get back up and keep trying, and fail again and get back up and keep trying. You know what I'm saying? It's a learning curve to this whole thing called life. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn to accept what you can't control and control what you can. You know what I'm saying? It's a very weird, not weird, it's a basic concept, but it's hard because we want to control everything. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to fix all your problems in your life right now, but it's not possible sometimes, and you have to be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? And that statement that he just said is going to resonate with people in a lot of different ways. That was just how it resonated with me right now because of my personal experiences and things that I'm going through in life. You dig what I'm saying? This is crazy. This is good stuff.
While you struggle, so you think it and end up out of balance, compromising situations. As a good man, do what he should, man. Give everything he has and do everything he could, man. You might find yourself feeling all alone inside a house you built that you don't recognize as home. And that's what my daddy told me, and I'll tell my son the same. Now that I'm older, I relate and I actually feel his pain. He never cried, he might have lied, but he did not complain. And he said, son, one day you'll have to do the same. I get emotional when I stop and think and I look around.
That's very crazy. Like it's a I feel like the thing about that is like at one point in your life, like when you start to build a family, it becomes very, communal at that point, right? Like you have to now be very mindful of everybody in your situation and in the house, and you know what I'm saying. It's not always about you, and that for a lot of dudes who it's a hard concept to kind of come to terms with, but it's a necessary one. You know what I'm saying? It's a necessary one.
Beyond the county lines of my small town, I think about all the men out there who feel like I do now, who are screaming on the inside but won't ever make a sound. I don't expect you to understand. I just hope I can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road.
It can be.
And they don't care about what you know. It's not about how you feel, but what you provide inside that home. Don't give up, keep fighting. As a man, our son is our horizon. And our father's actions play a role, and we end up like them. So they can't let us see them.
Ain't that the truth? But see, that's the reality is I didn't have one. Like I have a dad, obviously, but he wasn't very present and at all. So my example was very limited. And it's as an adult, it's made it very hard to like figure out how to, place yourself in a state of mind to be the best father that you could be, right? Like I can sit there and be like, I know what not to do, but at the same time, I don't have all the greatest examples of what to do as well, right? Like that's half the battle, knowing what not to do, but you also need to have some sort of, example of what to do too sometimes, but yeah. This is a very crazy song, and this is gonna resonate with a lot of people in a lot of different ways. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very
we'll embody what they do and start a generational curse. No wonder most men are so depressed. All the things that they can't express. They go to war, get thrown on the shelf, then go back to war with their mental health. Then grab that bottle and ask for help. Try to pull themselves out of hell, then fall back down and then realize that they're gonna have to do it themselves. It's the circle of life as a man.
Look, I was just talking to somebody about that. Like the thing about the military is it's necessary, right? Like to have people go to the military and protect us and our freedoms and everything else, right? But at the same time, like we don't have anything set up to help, our veterans when they are no longer, in the service actively. We beat them down to build them back up into this ideal person, but the reality is the person that you beat down was that person. You know what I'm saying? Like you're creating a version of them that they didn't even know existed, and a version of them that they would have never known had it been. You know what I'm saying? Like you get what I'm trying to say? Like how do we get back the person that you destroyed in boot camp to build up this perfect soldier and warrior and fearless individual and stuff, that have no feelings and whatnot? Like, what about that? What happens to that person once they come back to real life? You know what I'm saying? Like let's be real. Like, what happens when they come back to everyday real life as this machine who's supposed to be, fearless and emotionless and ready for action at all times and all this nonsense? And you come back to a world with people who have emotions and feelings and needs and wants and everything else, and you just don't know how to like function in that world anymore because you're not the same person you were before you left. You know what I'm saying? It's a very crazy concept. I was really thinking about that the other day. Like, man, we really need to find a way to not beat down and destroy the people to rebuild them as much as we need to figure out a way to maybe just unlock or unleash a version of them to, you know what I'm saying? So they can come back to themselves. Like, I don't know, man. I couldn't do it. I appreciate all you who have served, but I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I just no.
You provide, they don't know what you're worth till the day that you die, and that's when they start crying. Then move on to a man to confide in. That's why we feel we can't hide ourselves. We get us. We don't expect you to understand. We just hope we can explain what it's like to be your man. It's a lonely road. And you don't care about what we know. It's not about how
It's just an
we
expectation.
feel.
You just better meet it. That's all there is to it. But it's okay. Sometimes you won't meet that expectation. It's the effort that counts sometimes. The fact that you won't give up.
We feel what we provide inside that home.
Yeah, this is definitely right up Dax's wheelhouse for sure. Like, he's definitely, you already know, he pull on them heartstrings. He'll get you all emotional and whatnot. It's just what he does. He's a very conscious, artist. He's a very conscious artist. He's very aware, very self-aware, and he's definitely really good at making someone else's perspective. And I'm not saying that this isn't his perspective, but I'm saying, like, just really good at taking any subject matter that's very serious and touchy and making a really great record out of it, and visual as well. That just hits home. You know what I'm saying? Where you just, if you are going through it and can relate to it, you're always going to be like satisfied with the Dax track or Dax, version of your situation. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, y'all let me know what you thought about that down in the comments below. You know what I'm saying? If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. If it was in between, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know. Hit that subscribe button. It's going to pop up somewhere up there. And then YouTube's going to be like, hit that video right there because it's the best video for you next. You know what I'm saying? Because they know best. You know what I mean? So do that. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, the subscribe bang. And I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace.